Welcome to True Secrets of Life show. I am your host, Ana Lennyr. I am a family relationship and antidepressant expert. And today's show is called From Suicidal to Life Strategist. Today I speak on stages with JT Fox, Jillian Michaels, the fitness guru, and Jessie Cole. And everybody thinks that I'm this kind of happy person that never had a hardship in her life. Today, I help teenagers and adults prevent and overcome heartbreak, anxiety, and depression through specific sets of skills and strategies. No woo-woo. Everybody sees me extremely successful and think that, oh, she's got it all. But let me tell you one thing. It was not always like that. I have suffered from depression for 27 years of my life. I have lost my mom at the age of 55 overnight from depression. And I almost got my own child in depression. So I would like to share today my journey. Anybody can accomplish it. Nevertheless, in the first part of this show, we're going to talk about my life that led me to depression, suicide, and anxiety. In the second part of the show, I am going to explain exactly how anyone can get out of it. When you are born in a society where everything is pain around you, when everything is suffering, you start to believe that this is life, that life is suffering, and that because you cannot fix it, you do not have any other choice but to live with it. This is what I realized around the age of 7 when I was asked to smile in a picture. But I couldn't. I just couldn't smile. And nobody understood why, including myself. Why a child at that age cannot smile in a picture, cannot just be happy. Later on, around the age of 12, I started having headaches and migraines. And a couple of nights, I wasn't able to sleep. Everybody blamed my eyes, as I wear glasses, usually, since the age of 5. My insomnias and my headaches were all supposed to be related to my eyes from a doctor's perspective. At the age of 14, I developed what is called an S-shaped scoliosis. It's a spinal defect, if you will, where the spinal cord turns like a snake. This is how my spinal cord started to turn. And at that time, they didn't have any correction for it. They had no braces. And the only thing they could recommend was exercises for scoliosis to try to straighten out my back. Well, those exercises were putting me in a tremendous amount of pain. And after a couple of months, I had to quit on them because they were way too painful. Because of this S-shaped scoliosis, I ended up with chronic pain since the age of 14. And I wasn't able to sit in the classroom for about a year. I was standing in the back of a classroom and I could write on my lap. This is how my childhood developed. I thought that was normal. Other people were not so affected by pain or any kind of physical issues or any kind of emotional issues. Looks like I was kind of sort of the only one. But maybe because I didn't pay attention either, as I was concentrating all the time on my suffering. Chronic pain and fibromyalgia started to decimate me piece by piece, and I wasn't able to sleep for 2.5 years of my life during high school and during college. The pain I was feeling, specifically right here in the back of my neck, would crumble me sometimes, and I didn't know what to do, nor anybody had any solution. 3 to 4 sleeping pills a day sometimes would have helped and sometimes would not have helped with insomnias. But the pressure I was feeling from not being able to sleep, from all this pain, the pressure I was feeling on my head, it was very similar to carrying the entire sky on my head and on my shoulders. And this is how I ended up to be a young adult. At the age of 19 and a half, I came from university and I couldn't take it anymore. The studying, the competition, everything I was trying to do to keep my scholarship, all of this just crumbled with the fact that I couldn't sleep for years. And I came home and I took 41 sleeping pills because all I wanted to do was to sleep. Clearly, I haven't succeeded in that attempt, and today I am still here. But what I realized is that I have a problem. I clearly had a problem, and at that time, I did not know what kind of problem I had. Maybe mental, maybe emotional, but I went to the only authority that could teach me how to resolve that problem: the University of Psychology. And this is what I did. I signed up at my second university, and by next year, I was enrolled and ready to go to save myself and my mother, who was an alcoholic. And she was a single mom since I was born. I joke today that I entered that university as a chicken and I exited as a cow, with a lot of books in my belly, but no skills to help me. I have decided not to pursue the profession because I didn't know who was more suicidal, me or my client, and I really didn't want to meet on that bridge who's going to jump first. So this is how my life has developed. In 2000, I came to United States, running away from everything, from my alcoholic mother, from my pain, from the fact that there were no skills to help me, just running away from everything, hoping that there is some help somewhere. But as many young adults go through, life asks you to work, not to pay attention to things that are totally insignificant, like your emotions or how you feel. The jobs require you to be happy, not to put up moods and to be fussy and to, take days off because you don't feel well today. So I had to adapt and be an amazing comedian. Happy on the outside and broken on the inside. And I didn't realize that that was taking 3 to 4 times more energy than anything else. I was practically working 5 jobs in the same time to keep the appearance of not being broken. At the age of 26, I have lost my mom. She has died from a condition connected to depression, a liver condition. And at that time, we blamed it on the alcohol. The pain I felt after she was gone was unimaginable. The guilt I felt because I couldn't save her was unimaginable. I did not know why I felt so much pain, and I was crying each day for 10 months of my life, crying her loss. I couldn't even go to her funeral because I was planning to kill myself. And as I was the only one left in my family with my grandmother, it was nobody to take care of my grandmother if I would have committed suicide at my mom's funeral. By the age of 29, I found myself in the middle of a divorce and pregnant. It was the first time that has clicked the fact that I was repeating my mother's life. She got pregnant in the middle of a divorce, exactly at the age of 29. She also has developed 2 hernias of discs at the same age. I was already having 2 hernias of discs based on all the pain accumulated during my years of chronic pain from scoliosis. Now I was busy, a single mom, raising a child, pretending to be happy at work so I can keep my job, working 80 hours a week, and always being broke and broken. As busy as I was, I knew that postpartum depression, it was nothing that I wanted to experience. And I also knew that my son deserves a better mother, a mother who is happy. So I started losing weight, dating, and I found something quite spectacular called The Power of Now of Eckhart Tolle. And for those who do not know Eckhart Tolle, he is a spiritual teacher who teaches meditation and how to make sure that you'll never slip in suffering. Nevertheless, this is what I recommend today to my clients who already overcame depression, because within 6 months, I slipped right back in depression. I ended up remarrying, this time not a narcissist like my first husband, this time a verbally abusive guy. Because this is what happens when you don't know anything about relationships. You keep going from one hurt to another. So at the age of 38, I was more broken as I went through my second divorce. But something happened at the age of 38. I found myself obese, 234 pounds, pre-diabetic, pre-NASH, non-alcoholic liver hepatitis, and barely able to walk from the couch to the bathroom because of my 2 hernias of discs and chronic pain. One day, when I was sitting on the couch, my son was asking me, "Mom, who hurt you?" I'm like, "No, nobody hurt me. What are you talking about?" "No, Mom, who hit you?" I'm like, "Honey, nobody hit me. What are you talking about?" "No, Mom, you don't understand. You have to see your face." And he practically carried me from the couch to the bathroom because I could barely walk, just to see a brown, huge spot on my face. That moment, I knew that I actually had the same disease my mom died from at the age of 55 overnight. And I might only have 1 night to live. And that would have meant that my son could become an orphan tomorrow at the age of 9. Stay with me to the second part of the show to explain exactly what decisions have I made at that moment.
Have you ever wondered what it takes to have amazing relationships? Are you still waiting for true love to show up in your life? Would you like to be loved and respected without fear of disappointment? Visit truelovesecrets.org to discover the secrets of true love. Learn how to attract the true love you deserve and never be hurt again. A life without love is a sad life.
It's amazing how easy it is to be loved and to be happy.
Visit truelovesecrets.org. Discover how to find true love in your present or future relationships. Visit truelovesecrets.org.
Today, many young adults struggle with anger, anxiety, and signs of depression, and they are confused about what's happening to them. On the other side, parents are desperate, realizing that meds and therapy are not going to help their child achieve success in life. Visit TrueParentingSecrets.com to discover accelerated strategies to help your young adult overcome anger, anxiety, and depression. Regain your child's trust and help them unleash their true potential. Visit TrueParentingSecrets.com. Set your child up for success in life.
It was the best decision I ever made for me and for my child.
Visit TrueParentingSecrets.com.
Struggling with a constant battle of healthy relationships? Are you looking for love only to find heartbreak and betrayal? Would you like to be loved and to be happy? Visit truelovesecrets.org to discover the secrets of true love. Learn how to attract the true love you deserve and never be hurt again. A life without love is a sad life. Visit truelovesecrets.org. Discover how to find true love in your present or future relationships.
So, in this situation, not too many choices. Getting on medicine for diabetes or non-alcoholic liver hepatitis, anything can actually harm the liver more. And this is exactly what my mom died from. What choices do you have at this moment? Just think about it. Put yourself in my situation here. What choices do you really, really have? Yes, you are looking for that one pill that's going to solve everything. And within a couple of days, I figured out that there is none. There is no pill that's going to solve everything. So exhausted, I was looking for answers. I hired a mentor. I hired a mentor to give me those answers. And then I hired another one, and another one, and another one. A total of 4 people. Because I did not believe that only one of them can help me overcome my horrible depression, which was clearly a generational depression. I did not believe that only one is sufficient to the fact that I knew it all about suffering. I still believe that there is some kind of magic pill or magic realization that one day is going to come to me, maybe through a book or through a dream, and save me. And the hard truth that all these 4 mentors gave me was, no. You have work to do to understand how life works. So practically, everything I knew about life had to go to garbage because I only knew to suffer. I never knew to live. So I started to learn everything from scratch. Within a couple of months, I already started to show results. But after 7 months, I started glowing. Just absolutely glowing. As more and more pain I was shedding off my shoulders, and I felt lighter and lighter. I succeeded to lose 85 pounds. I had no more back pain. I had no more headaches. I didn't feel guilty anymore. I was dancing not walking anymore, just dancing. The transformation I have encountered was absolutely amazing. And my son started to be happy, just out of the blue, just seeing me happy and smiling in a car with no reason to smile. Today, this is what I do. I show people how to accomplish what I have accomplished. And there are a lot of misconceptions about this. A lot of misconceptions, like depression is a chemical imbalance and it's a mental illness and it's a genetic condition and you have to live with it and it's not possible for you, it's only possible for me because I'm some kind of special person. And all of these misconceptions, I'm going to debunk and show you exactly how people don't have to suffer anymore. Very simple. Don't have to suffer. There is no need for it. There is no reason for it. At the end of your transformation, when there is no more suffering, you're going to feel bad for all these years you have wasted in suffering. Like I felt bad for my 27 years of loss, for my mom's loss, for my child not being able to be happy since he was young. But everything is fixable, but not always the way you imagine. And maybe that's the beauty of life. So we can open our minds and learn every day true secrets of life that change our life forever. What are those true secrets of life? There are about 11 steps to learn about life in details for one single reason. Any challenge it occurs in your life, you will be prepared. I repeat, any challenge that comes into your life, you will be prepared. So the first steps usually starts with relationships. How to prepare yourself for never being hurt or heartbroken again. Knowing everything about how each person thinks, acts, and feels without their even opening their mouth. Another step is how do you master emotions like anger, fear, and worry, and how do you turn these into your superpowers? These are very important to teach specifically to children, because otherwise anger and anxiety turns against them, and the suicide rates are growing every day. Another step is how do you stay away from mind traps like I cannot, I'm blocked, I'm lost, I am alone. These kind of traps that they're only based on the suffering that you already had previously and how to get rid of that suffering, especially if there is generational suffering involved, like it happened to me. So there are approximately 11 steps and a lot to learn. And this is why we have our shows to explain exactly, especially what children need to know these days. As they have zero patience to suffer. We suffered a lot because sometimes we didn't have choices. But no, they want the keys to the universe. They want the keys to life. And at the age of 38, I found out all of those secrets that I never knew they existed. I read thousands of books. I studied psychology. I was educated in every way, shape, or form for my age. But I never knew how to deal with life the proper way, how to be happy, how to not suffer, how to not fight with life, how to surf with life. And yes, it takes a little bit of skill and training to learn how to surf, especially with life. But one thing I want you to understand, that fighting with life is not going to get you anywhere. It will kill you at relationship level, emotional level, mindset level, health level, and career level. Sorry. And the only reason why I shared my story in the first part of the show, it was because I want you to understand how much it killed me from the inside. So this is exactly why we have our shows. And I am going to invite you to every single one of them, because each one is going to be different. And there will be true secrets of life you will learn that are absolutely amazing, and it can help you prevent and overcome heartbreak, anxiety, and depression for yourself or for your child if you're a parent. There is one thing that I want you to be very, very, very aware of. And this is one of the traps that everybody falls into. So I don't want you to fall into this one. Only the person who suffers from heartbreak, anxiety, and depression can overcome these conditions. Only that person. If you have a child, you can learn how to do it for your child, not for your spouse, not for your mother, not for your friends, not for your other family members. So this is a trap what everybody falls into, to learn how to do this, and then I'm going to teach others, and it doesn't work this way in any way, shape, or form. You are just imposing on their lives. And sooner or later, they'll cut you off or will be angry at you, because this is one of the things that people in depression do. They react all the time, over and over, and they get angry when the truth is being revealed. I would suggest that you also share this show with the people who need help. That's it, just as a resource. Like, hey, I just found a great show. But don't try to impose on others, as sometimes we have to respect suffering, as well as we have to respect happiness. And I know this is a very hard thing to do, but this is the truth. Suffering also has to be respected. That being said, I hope to see you at our next show. Love you.
What's wrong with me? I can't even smile anymore.
This depression takes over my entire life. My child also shows signs of depression.
Anxiety is so debilitating.
I'm separated for over a year. Why do I still feel heartbroken?
I'm stuck in a rut, and I don't know how to get out.
What should I do? How can I escape this anxiety?
I want love in my life, but I'm so afraid of another betrayal.
Visit TrueSecretsOfLife.com to overcome anxiety and depression.
Visit TrueSecretsOfLife.com to overcome heartbreak.
Visit TrueSecretsOfLife.com to never be hurt again.
Visit TrueSecretsOfLife.com to build amazing family relationships.
Visit TrueSecretsOfLife.com to live the life you deserve and desire.
Visit TrueSecretsOfLife.com to change your life.